Okay, so today's class is going to be with no props. And we can start sitting down. So you can just cross your legs in a comfortable position. And move your pelvis, I'll show you from the side, move your pelvis a few times forward and backward to really find your sitting bones. So you're sitting on top of the sitting bone, so you can even help yourself here. And then stretch your spine. Relax your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath in and imagine somebody pulls your head up to the sky and you stretch actively your whole spine. And as you relax everything. You can imagine that you're like a band. Inhale to stretch that elastic band. So sitting bones down, head up. And exhale, relax. You breathe in through the nose to stretch. Find the biggest length in your spine that you can find. And exhale, relax. One more time. And we're going to hold that length in the spine. Inhale, stretch the spine. And as you exhale, just pull gently the belly button to the spine and flatten your belly. With the next breath in, we're lifting the shoulders. And exhale, lower your shoulders and actively press them down, so as far away from the ears as you can. Again, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower them down. Just the shoulders. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. The spine stays straight and long. You'll come a little bit closer. No, nobody else joined. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. We start doing circles. So you bring your shoulders forward. Lift them as high as you can and send them as far back as you can. And down. So the biggest circles that you can do. So you can see like my shoulders are going the whole way. If you want, you can keep your hands there, the shoulders, or you can do it with relaxed hands. It's both. Okay, it's doing the job, but it helps sometimes for us to understand what we're going to see. If both shoulders are doing the same thing, meaning to have the same range of motion, to just touch your shoulders. You're not really holding them, you're barely touching them. Inhale, when you go forward, like really close yourself forward. Lift and back and down. And breathe. And breathe out to lower. Through the nose to breathe in. And through the mouth to breathe out. Two more in this direction. Breathe in. And then we reverse. We go as far back as you can. So really squeeze your shoulders together. Lift them up and forward and relax. And again, back, up, forward. Don't forget the spine. We're keeping it super long. And we'll do just two more circles here. By now your breath should be a little bit deeper. Okay, and relax your hands. Switch your legs, so the other leg is on top. And we take the fingertips on both sides of the body, so in the same line as your pelvis, and push with the fingertips and stretch the whole back. And now move just the thoracic spine. As you inhale, imagine you have a necklace and you want to show it and to lift it. And exhale, relax the chest. Inhale to lift the upper chest. Exhale, relax. So the pelvis is not moving, you're looking straight forward and just really this part, opening the rib cage, the front part. And you can use your fingertips to find even more space. And exhale, relax. 2 more. Inhale, open with the breath, and exhale, relax. Last one, we're holding it. Take a deep, deep breath in and hold it. Hold it as long as it's comfortable for you. Maybe for some of you it's longer than others. It doesn't matter. Don't force yourself. And whenever you feel like, exhale and relax the chest. Okay, we're keeping the legs like this. Lift the left arm. And we lift a little bit higher so the shoulder moves next to the ear. And lower it down. And lift it up. Inhale. And down. Exactly. The other shoulder is relaxed. And the arm stays straight. Yes. One more time, lift it up. Hold that. Lower the head into the opposite direction. And we continue the movement until we feel a stretch on the whole left side of our body. And we stay here. Reach with your fingertips. So maximum stretch. And now we breathe. 2 deep breaths. And with each breath in, you feel how the side stretches even a little bit more. Just try to not rotate. You're looking straight forward. 1 more breath. And we're going all the way back and lower just the head to the left side again. And release. We lift the other arm. And lift the shoulder up and lower. Again. The shoulder up, up, up to the ear and lower. See, my head is not moving anywhere. It stays in the center and it's just here the arm reaching and the shoulder blade lifting. Yes, that's it. Perfect. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more time, lift. Hold it here. Lower the head to the opposite side. See that you're not twisting, looking straight forward. And we're bending sideways here, building one nice C curve in the whole spine. So Paula, don't go too low. Maybe push with that hand so that your rib cage goes in the right direction. Yes, and we breathe here. Anna, I think you can too push with the lower hand and try to round here the side. Ah, you have a friend to train with you. Good. 1 more deep breath here. We feel the stretch, right? And then we go all the way back and just circle the shoulders around, backwards 2 times and forward. Okay. Let's stretch the legs and bend them and place the feet on the ground. So the legs are open and you have your hands on your knees. And from here, you exhale and round the lower back and make a nice C curve in the whole spine. And inhale, lift. So you go on top of your sitting bones. As you exhale, you tilt the pelvis, so you go behind the sitting bones, scoop the belly in, send your ribs back, and let the whole spine have this nice C curve. So watch out, where is your head? So push the back of the neck a little bit back. And inhale, go on top of the sitting bones and grow tall. The shoulders stay all the time down. Exhale, round. Inhale, stretch. 1 more time, exhale, round. Stay here. Grab, so put your hands underneath your knees. So we are holding this nice C curve. Inhale, as you exhale, stretch one leg out. The knee stays exactly at the same spot. And bend again. Exhale the other leg. And down. So here the head is not in front of you. It's in a nice alignment, but I think everybody looks good. 1 more time each side. And then we take the hands on top of each other in front of us. Push with both heels into the ground and we go lower. Exhale, we go lower, a little bit, and a little bit higher. And a little bit lower, a little bit higher. So it's small movement, but we feel it in the core, maybe in the hips. And you can push both hands on top of each other. Yeah, of course, if you have neck pain, you can support the head. And one more time. And then we go all the way down, but try to go as slowly as you can. Exhale and roll slowly, slowly down. And stretch your arms overhead and bring your knees to the chest. So we stay in this position for a moment with the arms overhead, and you can bring your knees a little bit side to side. And we circle both knees around the pelvis. Push a little bit with the back of the hands into the floor. And notice if your rib cage is lifting, try to keep the rib cage on the floor. And then reverse the circles, the direction. So both knees together circle in the opposite direction. Keep breathing. And then you have your knees to your chest. And then we place the leg tabletop position. So the knees are just over the hips. And the arms are over the shoulders. Send your shoulders away from the ears. Neutral spine. The middle back is heavy. And from here we stretch the left leg forward into a diagonal and the right arm down, forward. And lift the leg and the arm at the same time in the initial position and switch the sides. Be aware of your lower back. The position is not changing. Using always the breath out to stretch leg and lower opposite arm. All the time, arms completely straight. Hi, Sarah. Good. So we're stretching opposite arm, opposite leg, and the leg is stretching. From the tabletop position, you're stretching into a diagonal. And holding all the time the neutral spine. The knees exactly over your pelvis. So everybody except for Yvonne can bring the knees a little bit forward. Yvonne, you know, you can bring them a little bit closer to you. Closer to you? Yeah, there. Okay. Good. One more time on each side. And after your last repetition, you hug your knees to your chest just for a moment. Relax. And then we go right away in the same position with the legs. This time you can squeeze them together. If you want, keep your arms straight up to the ceiling. Or you can check if something is moving in the lower back. We want to be really particular here that nothing is moving. Both legs stay bent and you lower them only so far until you notice that your lower back starts to lift or your rib cage. So you want to hold it completely stable and then lift again. Inhale. It depends on your stability and your strength in your core and of course hip flexibility. Maybe you can touch the floor. Go all the way down, lift again, but don't move your pelvis in any direction. With the exhalation, you lower the legs. With the inhalation, you lift them. If you want to go one step further, really anchor your rib cage down and move at the same time the arms behind you. As you lower, bend legs down. Yes. And lift. Again, being aware of the position of the shoulders. They're away from the ears at any given time. And you breathe. Nice deep breaths. Active arms and your fingertips. Just one more. And then lower your legs down. Stretch your legs in front of you on the mat. You can shake the legs. Relax the hips for a moment. And in the meantime, we can just stay laying down and warm up a little bit our hand joints. So the wrists, interlace your fingers, clasp the hands together and circle them around in one direction and then in the other. Okay. Take your arms overhead and see that you have space around you to circle the arms. I'm going to move a little bit closer to here. There, notice how big is the space underneath your lower back. Push your ribs down and please hold that. Lift your arms just off the ground. Send your shoulders away from the ears. We keep the palms facing up and we circle the arms over the floor until we touch with the pinky fingers our legs. So you can imagine that you're holding some plates and we go the same way back. Inhale, we go over the floor, circle the arms around until the arms are overhead. Maybe it depends on your shoulder flexibility. If you notice that your shoulders lift to the ears, don't go all the way close to your head, but stay in a V position when you go overhead. And then keep moving towards the feet and overhead. Staying parallel to the floor. Really open your palms. You have this nice outer rotation in your arms. So today, as I promised, the focus is a little bit more on the shoulders. So always be aware that the shoulders are away from the ears. So we want to activate all the muscles which support the shoulder rotator cuff. Okay, we're going to add a spine flexion from the upper body, so you can push with the heels a little bit more into the ground. Inhale, take your arms overhead. As you exhale, you do the same movement with the arms, but when the arms are somewhere in the T position, to both sides of the room, then you start lifting the head, neck and chest up, and when you reach forward with the arms, you're already in your chest lift position with the tips of the shoulder blades touching the mat. Yes, and we go the same way back. We open the arms, lower the head and bring the arms overhead. Staying neutral in the spine. Even you can tilt a little bit your pelvis, pubic bone to the belly button. If you have any tension in the lower back, bend a little bit the legs. It's going to be easier. There are all kinds of variations. So you choose whichever position you need to take to hold the stability in the lower back and to open. The breath flows. Ready. If you want, you can warm up a little bit. Maybe do a few circles in your pelvis and supported chest lifts. Good. And the rest of us, we're including one leg. Next time we're doing exactly the same move, but we're lifting one leg. It doesn't matter which one, straight leg. And try to lift it as high as you can without twisting the pelvis sideways. And lower the leg, circle the arms back, lower the head, and then switch the leg. Inhale, exhale. Peel yourself off the ground and always reach with the arms to the foot which is on the floor. Exactly. Good. Try to keep the outer rotation of the arms. So Paula, when you roll up, the palms are facing up all the time. Yes. So here we're really making sure that the shoulders stay wide open and in the right alignment when we keep the arms like this. Good. One more time to each side. And then at the end, roll back down and stretch everything. Pull yourself long, arms overhead, legs away from you, and really stretch everything. Take a deep breath in and exhale, relax. One more time, stretch completely, inhale and relax. You can bend one leg and we're just flipping over the belly. So we're on the belly and the legs are hip distance apart. You're going to take your arms in a T position. So one straight line, both arms, pushing the pubic bone into the floor. And we're lifting the back of the neck up in the upper chest. But watch out that you don't arch the lower back. So really push the pubic bone into the floor, lift the back of the neck. And from here we lift both arms up as we exhale. And lower them down, inhale. Exhale, lift the arms. Inhale, lower. Straight arms to both sides of the room. I hope you have space. And we're lifting the face just off the ground. The back of the neck is more lifting than the face. And you stay with the upper body stable in one position. Only the arms move up and down. So Sarah, you can turn your head that you're facing down. Yes, and then just lifting the arms and straighten them completely to the side. Yes. Good. We're adding similar like before. Inhale, you're going to lift the arms, lift your upper body higher and the arms forward. So see that I'm not overstretching my neck, but the ears are over the arms and I'm still looking down. And as you exhale, bring the arms towards the feet and lower the head down. Rest your neck for a moment, pull the belly in, lift your arms off the ground, inhale, circle the arms, and as much forward as you bring them, try to lift a little bit higher the upper chest, and exhale, go all the way down. And here is the same rule. If you feel that your shoulders go towards your ears, don't go all the way to your head, but stay in a V position, a little bit more open with the arms, but keeping the space of the shoulders away from the ears. Okay. Good. One last time. And then just bend your arms and push yourself back into your child's pose. So relax for a second. Maybe forehead on the ground and arms by your sides. Take here 2 deep breaths. And then we're going onto all fours. And we will do a few exercises today in this position, so make sure you have always your neutral spine position and everything is well aligned. So middle finger shows straight forward, all the fingers are spread. You push with the whole hand. If you have any pain in your wrists, you can roll your mat and go at the end of the mat. So your fingers are lower than... So this angle here is not so sharp if you have pain. This is modification. Whenever you feel like, roll your mat as much as you need to, and then you're not going to have so much pressure. Alright, hands underneath the shoulders. There is one hand space between both hands and one wrist space between the knees and between the feet. Knees underneath the hips. You remember how to find the neutral spine position? We arch completely the lower back or the whole back, and then we lift only a little bit the ribs and then push the top of the head forward to the wall in front of us, and here we are in our perfect position. From here we lift the left arm forward and lower down. Nothing changes in the whole body. Right arm and lower down. Then the other leg, so one leg, doesn't matter which one, bring it back in. Opposite leg and back in. And again the arms. First one arm, then the other arm, then one leg, and then the other leg. You can go in your own pace. It's not about doing it faster, but be really aware all the time of your spine, of your shoulders, the angle in your hips. So, Areti, you can bring your knees just a little bit more forward, slightly forward. Yes, there, good. And we try to not shift the weight anywhere, not to the left, not to the right, not arching the back and not rounding it. Staying neutral. Perfect. Okay. From here, let's make a small break. We sit back on the heels and really stretch the arms forward as much as you can, just for 1 second, and then we go in the same position very quickly. Remember all the small details. One hand between both hands would fit, fingers are spread, finger pointing forward, micro bend in your elbows, so you're not overstretching. Neutral shoulder position, neutral spine. We are lifting the right leg back. Then we're going to bend the left arm pointing to the right hand and go on the elbow, the left elbow, and lift that right leg higher and bring it to the right side to touch the floor. Lift it back the same way, circle around, and bring it in and stretch the left arm. We go to the opposite side. Left leg stretches back. You bend the right arm. Circle around. Touch the floor. I hope you have more space than me. Go back the same way. When the leg is behind you, stretching, stretch the arm and then bring it back in. And then we switch sides. I'll try to show you from a different angle if you didn't understand exactly. So we're stretching one leg back, bending the arm. You see here. And you can turn your head as you circle the leg around. Look at your foot. Circle it back. Stretch the arm and bring it in. And keep switching the sides. So Yvonne, we're bending completely the arm. One arm when you bend it. So for example, I have right leg up And left arm bends completely. So you're on the elbow. And then you circle the leg. And then you stretch and come back. Yes, exactly. So here we are working on the shoulders. There is some rotation in the spine. Try to not shift your pelvis too much to the opposite direction. Okay, we are changing something. Hi Birgit. Some more people are joining. Next time we are starting directly, so we are bending left arm the same way with the fingers pointing the straight arm, the straight hand. And from here the right knee opens to the side first. Then you stretch the leg and bring it back. And we come the same way. Circle to the side the leg, bend it and bring it in and stretch the arm. Bend the other arm, open the opposite knee, stretch the leg, circle it behind you, to the side again, bend and bring it in and stretch. So some more coordination here, and always shoulders away from the ears. Good. And then finish that repetition, doesn't matter where you are. Both knees down, both hands down. And sit back. You can make your knees a little bit wider. Sit back on your heels and really lower your chest down. So you can lift your pelvis higher and lower the chest down. To stretch here the thoracic spine. And we'll stay here for 1 or 2 deep breaths. And roll up to sit on the heels. And we can roll a little bit our wrists to relax them before we do other things here. And shake your hands. Good. We stay here for a moment. The arms are parallel to the floor. And you find your neutral spine, shoulders down. We're going to lift the pelvis just off the heels and think of scooping. So send your sitting bones underneath your knees. So really squeeze your glutes and push the pelvis forward as you lift the pelvis and go all the way up. Hold that activation, that scoop. Ribs are in. We're leaning back, one straight line in the whole body from the top of the head to the knees. Come forward. And now to go down opposite. You arch the lower back and let the whole spine follow. And come back into your starting position. Again, scoop, so send your sitting bones forward. So tilt your pelvis as much as you can. You feel the legs and here the hip flexors working. Stay active, lean back, lean forward, arch the back. So let the whole spine follow, and then like a wave, find your neutral. Let's do 2 more. From the pelvis, we go up, 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 up. It should be burning on the legs. Yes. Good. And shoulders relaxed. 1 more. Back. And send your pelvis back and down. The whole spine follows. And we sit down. Okay. We're going again in our all fours position. But this time we will go on the elbows. So the forearms are parallel to each other, and you can make fists or just stretch your fingers. See what works for you here. And tuck your toes under. We push with the forearms on the ground. Don't overstretch the neck. Look towards your elbows. And we're lifting the pelvis up and the head goes down. And then we lower the knees. And stretch one leg back. Bend the other. Bend. Again, push with both forearms and lift the pelvis and lower. And one leg stretches, bend, the other one, bend. And then we will add 1 more thing, a little bit later. So 2 repetitions of these. Always keeping the spine as neutral as possible. And next time you lift your pelvis up, walk a little bit more back with your feet and come into a plank position, low plank position. And from here we twist the pelvis over to one direction. You can twist to the camera. Lower the lower leg down. Stretch the arm that's in front of you. And we're lifting that leg up, touch the floor, and lift 2 more times. And touch the floor, and lift. Try to really open the pelvis to the side. And then we go on the elbow again, stretching the legs, and twisting the pelvis to the other side. On the arm, lifting the leg 3 times up. And going on your elbows, stretch the legs and twist to the opposite direction. So you support yourself with one hand to really open. If you want more challenge, you can stretch that arm. So when you twist to the side, you can stretch one arm up and then here lift. Or you can support yourself. And really pushing yourself away from the floor with the lower arm and trying to open that hip that is on the floor. That leg, that side. Good. Let's do everybody a challenge. We're staying in the side plank. So stretch your legs in the low plank, turn around lower the lower leg. Everybody now is going to stretch the arm up and try to really open the chest. We still have the foot down for support. And here, do I have to move? We lift the leg, do a circle, touch the floor in front of us, up and reach back. Lift, touch the floor and back. And breathe. Try to stabilize the pelvis and really shoulder activity here. Push away from the ground. One last time on this side. And then turn carefully back. We do directly the other side. We are on the elbows, go into a plank, turn around, bend the lower leg, stretch the arm, upper leg, really open the chest. You see I'm not hanging down. Push and reach up with the other arm. And forward, lower the leg and reach back. So you stay on the other side and you just move the leg around. Big circle forward, touch the floor, up and just reach back to open the hip. And breathe. Good, almost done. Birgit, try to stretch more the upper body. And one last time. And then come back into your starting position. Go on your knees. Make a small package and you can take this time your hands close to your feet. Relax your head. And take your 2-3 deep breaths. Maybe you feel your heartbeat a little bit higher than usual. Just relax the whole lower back, especially in the neck. And then roll yourself back up. We take the feet in front of us so that we have space behind us. Arms parallel to the floor, shoulders are down, well aligned. And we roll halfway down. The spine is round. We open one arm, the one that's towards the camera. Reach back. Bring it forward. Roll one vertebra lower, one vertebra higher. Switch the other arm. Follow the hand with your gaze. And bring it back forward. Relax your shoulders. We go again. One vertebra lower, one vertebra higher. And again, the first arm. You can smile. And forward. And again, one vertebra lower, one vertebra higher. Opposite arm, open. Look forward, check where is your head. We're not making any... So it's a nice C curve in the neck. Go a little bit lower again, a little bit higher, and keep switching the arms. Weight on both sitting bones. You have your heels on the ground. Good. You want to try to tilt the lower back a little bit more. So your pelvis, the whole pelvis, as much as you can. I know we're working on this. It's getting better and better, but a little bit more here. So really rounding the lower back. Good, just one more time on each side. And then we stay parallel to the floor with the arms and we go down all the way. Down, 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 down. Relax your arms by your sides. Lower the head down. And when lifting, one leg at a time up in the tabletop position. And exhale to stretch both legs up. Inhale, bend and relax them completely. Exhale to stretch them. Inhale, bend. Send your awareness on the lower back and on the pelvis. We're keeping everything stable. Ideally neutral spine, where we have a little bit of space underneath the lower back and the pelvis is flat on the ground. And next time we keep both legs up. If you can, straighten them completely and flex the feet and point. If you cannot, you can slightly bend the legs and just flex the feet and point. So the feet are exactly on top of the pelvis. If you need to, bend your hips. Bend your knees. Good. Everybody pull the chin to the chest a little bit more. Rib cage anchored into the ground. Point your feet. We're lowering both legs only so far that we can keep the lower back stable. And then we bend the knees and bring them in. We stretch the legs. Lower the legs halfway down or as far as your body allows you to do. Bend the knees and bring them in. Now we do a fluent, not interrupted movement. So we're making a nice circle with our feet. And you can challenge yourself to go as low as you can with the legs, but really pay attention to your lower back. There should be no pain, definitely, no pressure. And if you notice that it's lifting or your ribs are, or activate even more your core. Let's go in the opposite direction. So we bend the leg and stretch them forward into a diagonal. Lift the legs up and bend. Neutral rotation in the legs. It means that both knees are well aligned, so they're not facing each other and they're not facing away from each other, but they're in one line. And we're keeping our neutral spine position here. Shoulders are open, the neck is long, face is relaxed. You can open slightly your mouth to relax the jaw. We don't need any tension in the teeth here or in the face. One last time. We stretch the legs and now we continue the movement and we go up and over head with the legs. And we flex the feet, open the legs shoulder distance apart, relax the neck and the chest and roll one vertebra at a time down. Lower the legs halfway down, circle them together and we bring the knees in, stretch the legs up and go up and over. So we combine the last two moves. Flex the feet. Here, please make sure that there is no weight on the neck. Roll one vertebra at a time. Really articulate the spine. Lowering the legs into the diagonal. Point the feet. Bend the knees. Bring them in. Stretch the legs and go up and over. For 2 more repetitions here. Of course, as always, you're free to bend the knees as much as you need to, but of course, challenge yourself. And keep the head and the arms at all times down. Very nice, everybody. Reaching up with the sitting bones and really relaxing the chest. One last time. Go up and over. Flex the feet, reach down with the toes as you roll your spine to really stretch all the vertebrae apart. And then you can directly bend the knees and hug your knees to your chest and go side to side here. Good. Hands underneath your knees for assisted roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Lift head, neck, and chest up. Push into your hands. Roll all the way up. Stretch the spine. And we stretch the legs once. Bend the knees. Roll all the way down. Lower the head down. Inhale. Just one more time. Exhale. Head, neck, and chest up. Roll yourself up. You stretch both legs up. Bend. And lower just the feet down. We take the hands behind the back with the fingers pointing forward. Open the shoulders. Feet are hip distance apart. Stretch your spine. Push yourself away from the ground. Bend slightly your arms if you tend to overstretch the arms. And we're lifting the pelvis up. Send your knees forward and the crown of the head to the back wall. So really stretch. We're making a table position. And then bend from your hips and lower the pelvis with control down slowly. See what's happening in your shoulders. Do your shoulders come forward together? Really open them. So we want to keep that part open here. You can look for a moment. So see, the shoulders usually want to scoop forward and we want to keep them here open. We go again. Exhale. Lift the pelvis up. Knees reach forward. The crown of the head back. And you squeeze your glutes and lift the pelvis a little bit higher. Bend your elbows slightly. And then we bend the hips and lower the pelvis with control down. And we repeat just one more time. Watch out for your shoulders that they stay open. Exhale to lift. Hold that position for a moment. Knees are well aligned, they don't open. And we go all the way down again. Open the knees. Take the back of the hands together and reach forward here. We turn, I will turn towards you. We turn the hands, so touch the thumbs together and turn the hands around so the palms open and face up to the sky. And at the same time, open your arms and open your chest and reach back. And try to stay in this position. Yes. And then we go in the same position back. So turn your arms until the backs of the hands are together. And you naturally round already the spine, but then you reach even further forward. As far forward as you can. Really scooping the belly and rounding the lower back. And then circle the arms and open and reach back. Yes. Good. Again. Turn them, palms facing, the backs of the hands towards each other and reach forward. And circle the arms and open. And relax for a moment. We're going to, Birgit, if this is not comfortable with your feet or knees, you can do this version a few more times. And the rest of us, you can help yourself and go into a squat position. So open your knees and you can go on your toes for the moment. And here we're in this end position with the palms facing up and with the thumbs reaching back. So now we turn the palms and the arms, same movement from before, but when you reach forward, you lower your heels down and reach as far forward as you can. So you feel your hips here. And then you lift the heels and open and reach back. And turn the arms, lower the heels and reach forward. Good. We do it 2 more times because I still want you to be able to climb stairs tomorrow. Lower the heels down and reach forward, 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 forward. And open again. Really open your knees as well as far as you can. And here we reach the arms more, not so much the chest. Ribs are in, just the arms really open here. And forward, exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. Last one. Inhale to open. And then we lift the arms up, shoulders are down. And we try to go as slowly as we can, up. So we are on the toes, heels are up, and we go up, 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 straight up, up, up. So the legs are in outer rotation, heels are facing each other, and we reach as high as we can. Stretch your feet as much as you can, and then we just lower. You cannot really see me. Lower the arms down. Keep your heels lifted, and we're rolling the spine. So relax your arms, chin to the chest. And it's a little bit wobbly, but we're going down, rounding the spine. Go as slow as you can. Inhale and exhale. Roll yourself one more time. Up, vertebra by vertebra. Circle the arms to the sides and up, and reach one last time as high as you can with the heels and with the arms. Stretch your whole spine. Lower the hips just halfway and roll one more time. Your spine down with relaxed arms. And then here you can lower your heels down and really let go of any tension. You can bend slightly your knees and relax your arms, your head, your neck. Stay there just for one deep breath. And then roll yourself back, up. And we take the arms parallel to the floor. We bend the knees over the feet and go down. You can lift your heels as much as you need to until you're all the way down. And you can take your hands down and we just sit in a cross-legged position like at the beginning of the class. Find your sitting bones, stretch the spine, and we'll lift both shoulders up and lower your ear over to one shoulder. So ideally here there should be no space between your neck and your shoulder. And then we're circling with the chin. Try to touch your chest and go slowly to the other side until you have your ear on your other shoulder, and here it should be again no space. And we'll do this 2 more times. Going to the other direction, exhale.